Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Tyrese Gibson disappeared August the 22nd, 2020. He was last seen at his residence, picked up by a young lady named Brianna. 4 suspects have been arrested in the disappearance of Tyrese Gibson. The 4th suspect will be tried as an adult. Any information can help. If you know anything, please call Jacksonville Police Department 903-586-2549. If you see something, say something. Hey family, how is everybody doing? Thank you guys for showing up. I know I'm a little early, but it's good to be early than to be late. I just want to say hi to everybody. Let's see who's all in the building. We got Brown Sugar, Sonia Watts, Gulf Coast Girl, Ruby Turner, Latina Davis, Batcave, Freddie Johnson is in the building. Miss you, girl. Gloria Bates, Shay Bay, Melody Jones, Deborah J. Nancy LaRose is in the building. Pez is in the building. How you doing, Pez? Pez, I must not have your... I don't know if I have your number. Or yeah, I do have your number. Doggone it. Okay, I'm tripping. Okay, I'm sorry. I done talked to you many times. Anyway, we got Brown Sugar in here. Jackie Bartiz is in the building. Melody Jones, Debbie Canada, Sonia Watts, Sonia Watch. My grandson says Sonia Watch. Diane Harris, Dana Harris, how you doing? Wanda, how you doing? Bellamy. Betty Mosby is in the building. Betty's in the building. You guys, and we're just going to talk today about a lot of the updates. And we wanted our Fridays to stay clear because we know Sugar Mama is in the building. And Tracy in. Miss Dee Dee done came up in here. How you guys doing? I want to thank everybody for showing up. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. If you did not go out, hit the thumbs up. Come on back on in. And this is going to be an update, open panel. You got something to say? I'm going to put the link in the chat and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about feelings, what you guys are thinking about the cases and what's going on with the cases. Now, the update, how you doing? Sonia Watt said hello. So they were having a march today for Jelani Day, you guys. They had it this morning, well, this afternoon, around noon time in Illinois. They were going to be at the police department, and then they were going to walk to, I can't remember where they were going to walk to. Let me think. They said that they were going to walk to where the car was. I think that's what they said, where the car was or something. But nevertheless, I don't know exactly where they were walking to, but they marched. Jesse Jackson was with them, and the latest is Jesse spoke on the Jelani Day case earlier today. And what he said was that the autopsy is not lining up with like what we would call a suicide. The eyes were out, gouged out, but there was no broken bone, but the eyes were not there. And so I guess what the autopsy is saying, well, you know, the little parasites and the things that's in the river or something had ate the boy's eyes. And but I mean, he was only there from the 25th until September the 4th, which will give you 5, 6, 10 days for your eyes to be completely gone. And so that's kind of weird. He did still speak and say it reminds him of the Emmett Till case. I think that was back in 1955. I think that's what they said, where they literally just did all kind of things where you couldn't even recognize the boy. And I guess for looking at a Caucasian woman or whistling at her or something, or somebody whistled at her. But I mean, that's a no-no. So the case of the Aubrey case is they're already picking the jurors and they got them picked. And I know you guys are trying to follow that case. And we talked about that. That was down there in, I think that's in Atlanta. But there's just one black person on the whole juror, and all the rest of them are Caucasian. So they're getting that case up and running and going. 11 jurors and Pretty K says 11 jurors and one black. Thank you, Pretty Juror. Thank you, Pretty K. Thank you, Pretty Juror. So yeah, a lot of stuff is going on. They haven't did any, I know some of the people went to court, but we haven't got the information of what happened in court to the young lady that's down there in Houston, Texas. We've been waiting on that. I think they went to court today. We've been waiting on that information or they to release if they got it or something. I know that she was going to go to the judge. The judge wanted to hire her bond because I think she was like 900,000 and her boyfriend had $1 million. But Afaterica says she was bonded out. No. Did they drop the bond, Afaterica? I don't know how she gonna be bonded out with no 900,000. Afaterica said she was bonded out. Y'all was saying that last week and she wasn't bonded out. What you talking about, Afaterica? Tell me. She said today. She was bonded out today on a 900,000 bond. Afaterica. They talked about those two last night on TV. Okay, Wanda says they talked about those two last night on SP. She's still in jail. They said it last night. Afaterica says, nope, they increased it. That's what I thought. They increased it. Why is that for TeNika saying it was set at 1.5 million and people raised money? They raised $150,000 and got that girl out. After TeNika, I don't know. For some reason, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I can't believe there's a lot of people out there loving on this mama that done left these kids to defend for themselves, that she's got enough fans out there to raise $150,000 to get her out of jail. After TeNika, I just don't believe that. That's just me. Let me, I got one phone. One phone is upstairs because I need it for work and it has to be charged. I was on it all day. Let me see. Let's see what's going on. Abandoned children, Texas. No, it says there is a thing that came out October the 25th that says mom released after 3 children found in Texas. Abandoned children skeleton. That was October the 25th. That's because they didn't hold them that day that they had found them, and they waited for her remark. You must have read an old thing. They should not get to be out. That would be so ridiculous. Hey Salem, how you doing? Shalom. October 27th. Formal. Okay. This is 2 days ago. This is the latest for 2 days ago. I'll read it off to you guys. It says, we are praying for all the family members of all the boys. We pray that those responsible for Kendrick's death are held accountable. This is November the 3rd. So today is November the 5th, you guys. An attorney for Carolyn Towers said Williams married. Hold on. An attorney for Carolyn Towers said Williams married her brother in 2017 after meeting him at a Houston homeless shelter where he was living after he was released from prison. They say Williams was also living there with 4 of her children, including Kendrick, the little boy who was beaten to death last November. Wayne Tower and Williams got married in October of 2017, and they all lived in together. Attorney Janine said in her statement, during that time until Tower's death. Okay, thank you. Tower's death in 2019, he was actively involved in all 4 children's lives, especially Kendrick's, according to his sister. Wayne cared for and loved all 4 children of Miss Williams' children as if they were his own. The attorney said Tower's sister and other family members also bonded with the children. The Towers family is in shock as to the recently discovered events surrounding the living conditions of Miss Williams, surviving children, and is grieving the loss of Kendrick. She said, we are praying for all of them, family members of all of the boys. We pray that those responsible for Kendrick's death are held accountable, and that somehow his brothers are able to heal from the trauma they have been subjected to in the hands of those in charge. Williams' boyfriend, 31-year-old Brian Coulter, is still charged with murder. Little Kendrick, the victim's brothers, told deputies that Coulter repeatedly beat and kicked Kendrick until he died. Coulter and Williams lived in an apartment with the boys' remains for 5 months before leaving the other 3 boys, 15, 10, and 7. This is SP.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Salute to everybody in the chat. What you think about
Oh, well, on the Aubrey case, I'm thinking, I don't like, there's only but one black juror on there. And I'm thinking that, it's just weird that he's fighting the case because it doesn't matter if it was an accident to them. It just seems like, if he gets off on something like this, it's just going to be terrible, because that tells me and everybody else, no matter what, if someone claims that it was an accident, I thought this, it don't matter what you thought. It really doesn't matter what your thought is, because you killed an innocent person that was minding their own business. Now, just because you see what I'm saying? Just because you thought he was this or he was that, it doesn't give you a right to take out your gun and shoot somebody. And because your thought process is because there was break-ins and he was running, that you can go shoot somebody and then now ask questions later. No, that's not how the system works.
I see you talking about other stuff. I didn't mean to
no.
Call in and talk about the Pretty said, don't say what I do on my channel. I was just calling in. You know what I'm saying? I want to try to disrespect none of that.
Right. Okay, what do you think about it?
I think the prosecutor did a good job on her opening statement besides calling, the brother a rat, referring to him as a rat. And the defense, they were trying to paint him out to be some type of burglar, they were trying to paint the picture. That's why they did what they did, because they thought he was a burglar. They didn't know who he was. They wanted the police to come and either see who he was, or run a background check, or or to arrest him. So I feel the defense, they needed to sit down and think they did a horrible job.
Right. Exactly. And we were talking about this case earlier. Some family members and I was talking about this case earlier, where we do have a family member on that's a part of our channel that is really close to this family. And so we have to be a little bit careful about what we're saying, because they're seeing and hearing what we're saying. But at the end of the day, this young man was minding his own business, and I don't know how you can get past that. I just don't. I just don't understand. If there was a white person come in my neighborhood, and just because I thought something bad of him, I can't go chase him down and shoot him down because I thought something.
Did you notice how they kept saying, well, this is a middle class neighborhood? Like he can't drive while black, in the neighborhood, because it's a middle class neighborhood. It's a neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
They know what they was doing. They did it because they said, hey, Billy, John, Bob, hey, go get your gun. Let's hunt him down and kill him. They know what they did. You know what I'm saying? But SB, I'm just trying to dig because I've been watching you. You know what I'm saying? I like what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to call you. I wasn't trying to come over and just say what I do on my channel. None of that.
All right, you good? Thank you.
I appreciate you.
All right. Bye-bye. Hey, Carolyn McCoy, how you doing? All these high-profile cases are in what? All these high-profile cases are in session at the same time. Interesting. Yes, they are. But somebody sent me today's thing, so let me go find it real quick. And I appreciate people calling in, telling me what's going on, what you're thinking, what you're hearing. Let me see here. Today's article. Thank you. The bond was increased. So after TeNika, the bond was increased. If the bond's increased, she still has to be in jail. It says the 8-year-old on November the 5th, the 8-year-old was killed in 2020. Deputies found his remains in October. A bond was raised. A bond was raised Friday for the mother of an 8-year-old boy whose remains were left in Houston, Texas, along with 3 malnutrition siblings. Gloria is still in jail with a higher bond. So I understand why she thought it was like she was released, because this is what the statement says, you guys. So and thanks you. That was one man band TV, you guys, that called in. He doing some service. I'm glad you guys call in. They said this is the wording. It says a bond was raised. So a person can take that as her bond. You know, some people raise some money for a bond, but in all reality, what they're saying is instead of her bond being 9,000, it's a million and something. It's not that, you know, all these people came together and said, yeah, let's go get, you know, $90,000 and let's get Gloria out of jail. No. That's not what happened. So that's easily can be. She said, I was so wrong. You're good. I love that, you know, when you have questions and you see something, that is how I took it when I was told. I wish they had said increase. Yeah, they said a bond was raised Friday for the mother of an 8-year-old. It did not say increase. It says raised. So you could have taken that as they raised the money. But along with 3 malnutrition siblings, Gloria Williams, 35, was arrested last week and charged with injury to a child by omission and tampering with evidence. According to the sheriff's office, her bond was set at $1.550 million for the 2 charges. So her bond is a little bit more. Williams' boyfriend, 31-year-old Brian Coulter, has been charged with capital murder in the 8-year-old death. Prosecutor said the skeletal remains of Williams' 8-year-old child was discovered on October the 24th, along with 3 malnutrition brothers, ages 7, 9, and 15. I thought it was 17 and 15, but nevertheless, the teen reporter, I got something to share with you guys, and then you guys can go do some research and searching or whatever on this case. I'm going to share with you guys. I know I said something about it in my morning walk, but I'm going to share it with you guys. So let me finish this. The teen reported that the body of his 8-year-old brother, who died from multiple blunt force injuries around November 2020, authorities said, was kept in a room next to his the sheriff's office said. The teen told police his parents hadn't been in the apartment for several months. Authorities said Harris County Sheriff described the home as unspeakable living condition with soiled carpets, roaches, and flies. The apartment wasn't furnished, prosecutor said. These kids didn't have a bed. They didn't have a TV. They just probably just sit in there and talk to each other. I wonder what they were saying, you guys. Like, just imagine if I turned off the lights and then we just sitting there, roaches running across the floor and running on you and stuff. No food in the refrigerator, no food in the cabinet. We just sitting there. Like, I wonder if mama's coming home. I wonder if she's going to bring a boyfriend. Like, you know, like, what are we going to do? You know? And one of the family members has said, because people were asking, why did that not 15-year-old boy tell what was going on? Why didn't he not tell somebody? But when, think about this. When he seen his brother get killed, then his other brother get a broken jaw. Somebody said he had 2 black eyes too. I don't know about the 2 black eyes. So don't quote me on that, because I haven't read up on that yet, but I do know about the broken jaw. He did have a broken jaw. And this man comes whenever he wants. You would be scared to say something too. You got other siblings at the house. And your mama is still with him. Your mama that hurts. You cannot tell me. I know that hurts. Okay, this man doing, and this is what mothers do, you guys. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. What mom do? Mom will be with boyfriend. She'll send you away, or she'll go away and leave you. And that's what they call protection to some mothers. They don't know what to do. They don't believe that they can go out, get a job, stop doing drugs, take care of your kids, whatever. Them kids, yeah, they were shocked. They're like, mama was supposed to take care of it. And then guess what? Mama's still kicking it with them. Mama could have thought, and I'm just saying because I know how this worked. Leaving them kids was probably the best thing she could have done, especially after he done killed one. You guys, I'm just saying. Think about it right now. Think about it. I want everybody to put in the chat the first thing you think about. First, let me tell you this little paragraph. Just think about it. You and your brothers or sisters is in a dark room. Mama ain't came around in months. Roaches are running around. Rats are running around. This man comes in every now and then, give you little tater chips, little soda pop or something, or a Twinkie every, 2 weeks or 2 months or something. And he done killed your brother. He done broke the jaw of the other one. Done slapped him around and basically did him the same way. But you're sitting in the dark right now. I turn off the light. Let's sit in the dark and you tell me what's the first thing you think about. Now, what's the first word you think about? We're just sitting here. Think about it. No electricity, no food. We're just sitting here. Months, and months go by. Months. It's scary. It's really scary. That I only did that like maybe a minute. This is every day. Like the sun come out, they got some daylight. 6, 7 o'clock, it's dark. It's dark until daylight comes again. It's dark until daylight come again. These kids, 15, 10, and 7, just sitting there. Like my dear brother in the other room. We just sitting there. That right there reminds you, you better not say something. It's very scary. It's very scary. The people that's supposed to take care of you is the ones that's doing all this damage. You ain't got to worry about somebody coming to steal you and kidnap you or stuff. The parents is doing this crazy stuff. And she probably scared too. The mama probably scared too. Now, let me tell you a little something before, because we're already 28 minutes into this. We're only going to stay an hour, you guys. I got to go to this job tonight. And like I said, you guys can come fill in when you want to. Come on up on the panel. Come on up. I don't know if I see, let me see if I see 2 people in there that I need to see. I don't see them in there. I don't see Tina Powers, and I don't see Angie Crooks in the building. Anyway, here's the thing. She has an older daughter that is 17 that was left there too. They cannot even find her. So you guys need to do a little bit of investigations, research, find out what happened to that older daughter that's 17 years old that they have not found yet. Did you guys know about that? She got a 17-year-old daughter that they have not found her. Hey, this is SP.
Hi, good afternoon, Miss SP, and to everybody in the chat. When you look at this case, this murder, yes, she left her kids there. It was fear, denial. She was not in her right state of mind. She was being fed on drugs. God alone know what kind of drugs. And leaving the kids there, yes,
Right.
This is the next thing. Yes, this kid, looking at the man himself, he's a monster. To be kicking somebody else's kids and kicking them and stuff like that. She was so hooked and scared. She was in a coffin and no one know how she got there.
Right.
These kids were not seeing no daylight. They were just looking at the four corners of an apartment, seeing roaches, giving them something, to think about. And they're like, well, what's next? When is mama coming home? Why are we being treated that way?
Right.
This is a lot of questions. Especially, they were not raised up that way. And, she out there and they had matching tattoos. She said, this is her husband. And not thinking about this kid. She was definitely not in her right state of mind.
Right.
Definitely. I'm not even going to call it crazy. She was so hooked. What was she hooked on? And he was feeding her. She was getting money for this kid. The school had a kid, and the school dropped the bomb because, the school said that the kids were not coming and stuff like that. Yes, these kids were not coming. Report it to the authorities. That's when a welfare check comes in. To be looking at your brother in a room dead skeleton. The neighbors complained about the order. Nobody took action.
Right.
Nobody took action. So when you look at it, yes, I think she did the best thing by leaving these kids there because you know what? They could have been dead.
Right. Right.
He could have paid somebody to kill these kids and stuff like that because he had her so wrapped around his finger. She didn't know if he was coming or going.
Right. Exactly. Please don't mention other YouTuber, or whatever. I don't want people to think you're over here sharing their content over here. If you got it from over there, that'd be on you if you want to share it over here. But we're not asking you to.
So, that's my theory. That's how I think. And that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get back in the chat.
Right. The mother. Okay. Thank you. The grandmother, she had some points. The grandmother has one of the daughters, and she's 13 years of age. But there's a 17-year-old too, you guys, that they can't find her. They don't know where she is. I know some of you guys did not know that. We're wondering where that 17-year-old is at. And yes, she's still underage. So while everybody's like, yay, there's still a child that's not accountable for yet. I wanted you guys to know that. Some of you guys already knew that. That wasn't something I wanted to say from day one. You're fine, Afaterica, you're fine. It's just sometimes, we start getting off into there. You didn't say no names or anything, but it doesn't matter. It's just like, I don't know where you got it from. I don't know. I just know that they were mentioning it, and we don't even have a picture of this young lady. Angie Crooks, I got your numbers right here for you. Let me give them to you while you're in the building. Angie Crooks, there's your numbers right there, 615-307. There's your numbers right there. They're in the box. I see somebody else real quick. Angie Cruz. They could have trafficked her too. Yeah, they could have. Mary says that is not good that she is not found. Exactly. Yes, she lost custody of her earlier. The 13-year-old, but what about the 17-year-old? They don't know where the 17. Are you saying the 17-year-old, she lost custody of her? They're saying that they don't know where, even if she lost custody of her, they would know where she's at. If another mother adopted her or foster parenting her. No. Authorities saying they cannot find this 17-year-old. How long has she been missing? That wasn't told. They didn't tell us, Sugar T. They didn't say that. I wonder how long she has been missing. She said, understand. You're good. You're good. You're good. Hey, Tina Paz, how you doing?
All right, how you?
I'm doing good. Hey, I got your numbers right here.
Okay.
It's 615-398. I'll put them on the board real quick. I didn't see you in the chat. Here's your number, 615-398. There's your numbers right there. There you go.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Okay. Miss Val says, no, didn't know that. Something else for me to worry about. I'm sorry, but we're still looking for that baby. Yeah, I heard that too. The mom kicked her out because she didn't like the boyfriend and she was taken up for her brothers. Wow. 0874 says, I'm confused. Who is saying they don't know where the 17 is? Authorities are saying that they don't know where she is. The authorities came on and said that the mother, there is supposed to be a 17-year-old girl, which is her Gloria's daughter, that is not accountable for it. They don't know where she is. So I tried to tell y'all that the other day, but since she's a minor, I just didn't want people to, be rattling them trees too early. But you know what I'm saying? We need to try to find out what happened to her. Because right now, it don't look good. You guys understand what I'm saying? She said, yeah, I might have. Yeah, L.E. says she is missing. Yes. Thank you, Batcave. I thought the 17-year-old was with her dad. Nope. Melody said, I don't know how to get it to you. How to get what to me? Text it to me. What's the excuse from the family for this child? They ain't said nothing. They ain't said nothing. The police, they had a press conference or something. And in that press conference, they said there's a 17-year-old girl, Gloria's oldest child, is missing. And they have not been able to reach her, find her, or anything. Now, with this going on, they would have reached out to CPS, and if there was an adoption or if she was living with a foster parent. No, they're not saying that because there's paperwork to go with that, you guys. You understand what I'm saying? They're not saying it like that. They're saying, no, like she stayed with them and she's missing. So I just wanted to let you guys know, that's a little nugget for you. Whether you heard it here or heard it somewhere else, it wasn't like, oh, the family done adopted her or the family, she's staying with a family member. She could be staying with a family member that she's probably like, I don't even want to be associated with them. Like I'm good. But being 17, that's pretty old. The clip about the missing girl. Text it to me. Just text me the link. Just text it to me. I got one phone here. He probably did something to her. We're still missing a lot of pieces of this puzzle. Exactly. They say she has been missing since September the 26th, 2021. The 17-year-old is with her 13-year-old sister. Why do you say that, Dee Dee? Why do you say that? That's not what the police say. Yeah, I smell foul play. All of this with high people. Exactly. Let me see if I can find it. Abandoned. She said, I text you the article. Okay, let me see. Okay. I can't even text today. That's okay. Okay. Didi got some information for us. She said, I text the article. I'm finna read what Didi sent us. She said 2 girls were saved from House of Horror because their grandmother took them away from very unstable mother. This was back in October. But in November, they said that the oldest child, is still missing. You know? Robinson is the paternal grandmother of Williams' 13-year-old daughter who has been in her care from age 2. It doesn't say nothing about that. Oh, okay. Robinson more recently got conservatorship of Williams' 17-year-old daughter after she was kicked out of the house for protecting her brothers from abuse. This was back in October. But they don't know where that 17-year-old daughter is at. But they would have been came for them kids if she reported it. The grandmother of one of Gloria Williams' daughters has described the woman at the center of Houston's shocking child abuse case as being very unstable and accused her of failing to protect her 6 children, including the 8-year-old autistic boy who was beaten to death and left to rot in an apartment with the other siblings for a year. Williams, 35, has been charged. What I'm saying is, even after this, they say that, but they haven't talked to the 17. She says Robinson also revealed she is now caring for Williams' 17-year-old daughter, who allegedly had been kicked out of the house by her mother at age 15 and forced to live on the street after trying to protect her brothers from abuse. That's 2 years ago. So here's the thing. Isn't that kind of weird? She allegedly went back after that. Didn't those girls tell grandma what was going on? They had to know. They said that this girl was kicked out when she was 15, and then the child is 17 now. So this goes way back before this child even got killed. You guys knew what was going on with these kids. You guys already knew. If this young lady right here was kicked out at the age of 15 and she's now 17, that was before Kendrick got killed. It's easy math, right? Right, you guys? Because Kendrick got killed last year. So the older sister got kicked out because she was trying to protect her brothers. And y'all didn't turn this chick in. She could have told you where she lived. So when people talk about, we didn't know where she lived, she changed the address. No, I don't believe all that. I don't believe all that. Then the one lady just came on and said that Gloria Williams married her brother in 2017, and then he died 17, 18, 19. It's 2019 when she kicked this girl out. She must have had a nervous breakdown after the death of her husband, meeting him in a homeless shelter, and then married him. And no sooner than that, he died. That's what I see. They might be like so many people I know. They don't care. Wow. Afterica says, I don't either. Wow. The child skeleton remains. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me see. So she's got something. I don't think I can pull this up on here. Well, we'll see if I can. Okay, hold on. This was put out October the 29th. They say, where is Jasmine Whitaker? That's her name. Jasmine was reported missing in September. She was missing in September, you guys. Has been living with her grandmother after being thrown out by Williams over a fight with Brian Coulter. Hold on. So the grandmother don't have this child. Before watching her autistic 8-year-old brother being beaten to death, Gloria allegedly threw out her oldest child, a then 15-year-old daughter. The disturbing fact has come to light just days after Williams and her boyfriend Brian were arrested for abandonment her 4 boys in Houston, Texas. The case has seen a lot of stunning new information come forward, indicting just how lax William was as a mother. Following a 911 call from Williams' eldest son, police were greeted with a grim scene at the apartment where the 3 boys were found. Thank you, Sugar Mama. I'll get you your ticket. The 3 boys were found alive but malnutrition, living with the rotten body of Kendrick. Family acknowledged her inability to take care of her many children, saying she was estranged and would never let them see the kids. Meanwhile, it appears the couple continued to live normal lives, even celebrating Valentine's Day just months after Lee was killed. Cops found Gloria and them surfing the news of their own crimes in the library. Bryant, a man accused of killing girlfriend's 8-year-old, seen drunk on Instagram video. Fresh information indicates that the 3 children rescued from the apartment aren't Williams' only kids. Reportedly, she also has 2 daughters. One is in the custody of the grandmother, while the other is reported missing as of October the 29th. Oh my God. Here's everything we know about the 2 girls and that what happened to them. Here's a picture of Gloria and Bryant. So she left grandma and went to mom. She could have. Her name, I'm going to take a little snapshot because we need to try to find her. So this girl is still missing. Ain't nobody looking for her. Here's everything we know about the 2 girls and what happened between them and Williams. Melody Robinson, the paternal grandmother to one of the Williams children, sit down to explain the complex relationship in the family in Houston on October the 28th. She confirmed William has 6 children and all 2 daughters aged 17 and 13 and 4 sons. 3 of the boys are 15, 10, and 7. The 4th, Lee, was just 8 when he was killed by Coulter. The surviving boys are currently in the custody of Child Protective Services, while the 2 daughters are living very different lives. Robinson said she was currently the sole guardian of a 13-year-old whom she took in shortly after she was born. She was never a fit mom to me. She was unstable and easily manipulated. Robinson explained the grandma said her son was dating William around 2005. After already having had 2 children from different fathers, eventually they broke up and Robinson lost contact with Williams until the child was born. When she was just 2 weeks, Robinson brought the child to live with her, but Williams quickly got her back. Then, when the daughter was 2, Williams handed her over to Robinson while she rekindled a relationship with her oldest son's father, who lived in Baton Rouge. Since then, Robinson has lost contact with Williams, who refused her request to join family functions. But while the 13-year-old enjoyed the living care. Hello?
Good evening, SV.
Good evening.
Good evening, family. So then that tells us that, as I'm listening to you, this 17-year-old was protecting them. And when she left, so it wasn't the 15-year-old that was the only one there. The 17-year-old was there helping as well. But when she walked away, it became too much for him.
Right.
This mother, I plead with anyone, if you're getting overwhelmed and you can't handle your kids, it is trying times. Reach out to family. Just tell them it's too much. This is so heart-wrenching. That she didn't have one, she had 6 kids. And now, I mean, as you speaking, there's a possibility they've done something to the 17-year-old.
Actually, they've got her on the missing website.
Right.
Yeah, they got her on the missing website. Oh my goodness, we didn't even know it. Well, I knew she was missing, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. This was just a week ago. They're just like Classic and Sincere, the missing toddlers, they got her on the missing website too, you guys.
So here's what I want to know. The family say they didn't know when the 17-year-old left. Like you said, she went to the grandmother. Didn't she tell somebody where they were?
No. The grandmother ain't said nothing.
Exactly.
She made it sound like she had both of the kids and they were all both safe.
No. I don't know. What is
she's on the Missing People in America's page post, which says she was last seen on September the 26th in Houston. It says since the claims were made after Robinson's interview was published, the grandmother never addressed them at the time of reporting. She still hasn't addressed the claims. Oh my! I'm gonna take her picture.
Wow. I don't know. I cease to want to understand. I don't want to understand. Because as a mother, we are charged with protecting our children. I don't want to understand why you did what you did. What I do want to say is, when we feel like we're getting overwhelmed, I'm just period. Reach out to someone, even if you don't think your family would be the one. Because most of the time, it's not family. A lot of times it's your friends that would be a little more understanding of things, and just say, listen, I'm having a rough time. You know, I'm in a bad place. When I lost my husband, it just took me in a dark place, and I can't seem to come out. You know, I don't know. I don't think I've been through some rough times, but I don't think to want to hurt my kids. I never thought to want to hurt them, but that's just me. And the terms now are so wicked. We're hearing more and more mothers are engaging. Okay, they're not separate. They're engaging in doing away with their kids. Get them to the father.
Right.
Get them to the father. I mean, if the father's family is willing to take them, send them to their father.
Right.
But see, they want to keep you. You can't have it both ways. You can't get paid off of them. And I know that might not sound good to some people, but If you can't handle them or don't want them for whatever reason, give them to somebody that's going to be willing to take care of them.
Right.
And relinquish what you have for them so that they can live.
Right.
That baby is, I get all of the court system. Those boys are going to forever remember that stench in their nose and that boy's body. They shouldn't have to deal with that. So, and the grandmother's not saying anything. You know the other child. Listen, tell the police. Listen, I haven't seen this child. When she went missing for 24 hours, you should have told somebody.
Well, there's more to this. There's more to it, what they're saying.
Wow.
Let me read it. It's 2 paragraphs. It says, it's unclear what happened since, but on October the 29th, the same user on Facebook began sharing a missing person report for Jasmine. 17-year-old was identified as Williams' eldest daughter. The claims originated from a missing people in America's page post, which says she was last seen on September the 26th. Since the claims were made after Robinson's interview was published, the grandmother never addressed them at the time of reporting. She still hasn't addressed the claims. Now, this is what it says. Since Robinson haven't spoken about the claims, we cannot verify whether Whitaker is actually Williams' daughter. But however, those claims have been shot down by other Facebook users who say Whitaker is not missing. The source for that appears to be a Facebook account in the name of Jasmine Renee, who posted a photo saying, "Y'all need to stop worrying about me. I'm out of town and I'm doing good by myself. So stop with that BS." We could not confirm if the account does indeed belong to the same person. So there's no way to confirm the truth about Williams' eldest daughter.
Oh my goodness. So somebody done created the account to try to hide what happened to that baby. Lord Jesus.
Yeah. Or the daughter just don't even want to be like, just leave me alone. I don't want to be involved. I try to tell my mom, you got to think too, like, I'm not a part of that family. I'm 17 now. I'm 17 now. I got a boyfriend. I got me a job, got me a car. I'm just out here. Yeah, I don't want to be connected to them. No kind of shape, form. It could be. It don't have to. It could be that she just like, hey, I don't want to be bothered with nobody. He done this to me. Nobody want to hear it. Nobody want to listen to it. I done survived this. So just leave me alone. Or it could be somebody made a page, like you were saying, and trying to act like this girl. But I tell you what, I bet you the police done found out if it's true or not.
Yes, they have. Yep.
And they
inclined to believe that the child she don't want to be found. Think about this. It's horrific. And if she can forget about it, she wants to forget it. But as sad as it may seem to us, wow. That's worse than when it was a case like that here in this area. And the woman had all these babies and she was living in the house with them. All 6 of them died, though. And when they went in the house, it was just horrible. But people have been calling. And as it is, I'm overworked. Nobody will come out and check. And those babies were in their days.
But if this daughter, and I'm just saying, she was really trying to protect her brothers. She told somebody, especially getting kicked out the house. She told somebody how ratchet that mother was and how she, like the boys was getting hit and stumped and everything. But you know what? Nobody said nothing. They'd be like, okay, you come over here. I got your back. You know what I'm saying? And everywhere she probably went, she was probably like, forget this. You know what I mean? Because she's old. She's not.
That's why kids don't say anything, because the first thing an adult says, mainly, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Or, girl, why would you say that? Instead of investigate. Your mother wouldn't do that. You don't know what my mother would do. I'm telling you. That's why I'm over here. So the mother, she did because she don't want to listen to me. It's not like it used to be. You know, that old saying is if an adult saying that make it right. No, that don't make it right. You need to investigate. Now it's sitting in your lap and nobody knows what to do with this. This little boy is dead because nobody will listen to her. I just don't want to believe that she didn't say something. And like you're saying, I'm inclined to believe. I'm out of there. I'm away from it. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. When I was trying to tell them, they didn't want to listen.
Right.
Leave me out of it. You know, that's the bad way to think, but.
Right.
That's all I wanted to say. My heart is just broken.
Okay.
You know. All right. Have a good one.
All right. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And you know what, you guys? I mean, our hour is up, but let me see. Somebody's sending me something else. I'm trying to get to this stuff, you guys. Y'all wait till we come on here, and then you want to send it to me, and I gotta trying to make sure I get it. I got it. Let me see what it say. Okay. I already read that. Yeah, I already read that. That is not verified, you guys. It's not verified if it's her daughter. The family says she has 6 kids. It's not verified if that oldest child is really hers. She got kicked out. Haven't been seen since the 26th. The mother is supposed to have guardianship on her, but she don't know where she is. The girl's allegedly supposed to have text on Facebook and said, hey, you guys, I'm out of town. I'm all right. Just quit with all the stupid stuff and just leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered. We don't know if that's her or is it her or whatever. Nobody done matched the face with the voice with your name and all this other stuff. So no, people can't just stop. That's why, you know, if that was the case, that's what the people did. And the little boy is gone. Everybody just went and stopped with the bull crap. Don't want to say nothing. Ain't said nothing. Give you a little something to eat and go on in the house. Then people be like, just leave me alone. No, because you know what? Because we don't know if that's you or not. We don't know if you're dead or not. We don't know. So we still got to look. And court didn't they say she actually did have 6 children? Yes, they did say that in court. But now I got to understand, is she alive or not alive? If this is the real girl that texts something on Facebook with that account. We don't know. We don't know. And how long have that account been up? And did anybody know her password? You know, I know my husband's password. I know my kids' password to some of their stuff. I don't know how to get off into it, but if I had to, I could. But no telling. We don't know. But that's something that we're going to be thinking about. I just wanted some of you guys' input. Thank you guys for the ones that called in, shared your thoughts about what's going on. I really want to get into deep conversation come Monday, you guys, because Tuesday's going to be, I don't know. I think we need to lighten up on the Tuesday a little bit. I think I don't know. You guys put it in a comment what you feel. If you got any questions for Tuesday, Tyrese Tuesday awareness, I don't want to get really hard and deep this coming Tuesday. I just don't. I got a couple of questions. But other than that, I just don't want to get that deep in there. I will see you guys Monday at 5 p.m. Central Time. Be here or be square. I need to get Sugar Mama her ticket. Sugar Mama, here's your ticket right here. $6.97. And thank you for the super chat. She said she liked the one dance, so I'm gonna have to find it for you. Thank you. And you guys be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye.